And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. I posed the question, and this is a serious question. Do ATP players, that's correct, do the men receive better physical treatment than the women players? Do they? This is a serious question here. Now, watching the men's, and look, just having watched thousands and thousands and thousands of tennis matches, I could tell you, have you ever seen a medical timeout with Rafa? It's pretty intense. I mean, the just look at the medical bags and the medical equipment they bring out. They're bringing out a lot of supplies to treat these men, right? Now, have you ever seen on the women's side a medical timeout? Take a look at some of the, let's start with some of the, possibly the women that call for the physio a lot, like a Bianca Andreescu, a Emma Raducanu, those types. And they're star elite players. Both of them are Grand Slam champions at the U.S. Open 2019 and 2021. When they call for the physio, take a look at what the physio brings out. Of course, it does depend on the injury, right? But just in general, the medical supplies the physios bring out to treat a female timeout versus a ATP male medical timeout, it's a lot different. Now, listen to the end of the video. I'll give you my opinion on the subject. But the reality here is, should I be asking a different question? Are the male doctors more qualified than the female doctors? Well, of course not. They're both certified, but when we're looking at the care and treatment of the two leagues, I mean the ATP, when the males call for the medical timeout, they're getting some top-notch care. I mean, these medical timeouts, I mean, Rafa, one time I saw Rafa call for a medical timeout at the Indian Wells, and unbelievable the treatment he got. I've never seen a professional massage like that, and they gave him an Advil, wrapped him up. These females call for timeouts. A lot of times they're saying, look, there's nothing I can do. You can either continue or retire. So the question, guys, in the comments, are the males receiving better medical treatment? Now, we know the male ATP tour is 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 100 times as big as the WTA tour. The WTA, in terms of professional sports revenue that they bring in, it's not a lot, right? It's not a huge league. So when you see channels like myself, make sure you support these videos and like them, because I support the WTA more than anyone on the internet. Let's just be honest. Show Good Energy some love. Like the videos. Hit the super thanks, guys. I bring you tennis coverage more than anyone. But the reality here is, my opinion on the subject, I do think the men receive much better treatment. And look, I don't know if this is Struff. If this is his little brother, his cousin, look how excited they are for that point that he won. Unbelievable. And if you're not familiar, this is the match with Struff, and he's taking on Karatsev. And look, Struff, the lock, he gets the victory here. He wins. But again, my opinion, I do think the males receive better treatment. Not that the male doctors are more qualified than the female physios. Definitely not. But I think the money has a big influence on the level of care they receive. That's just my opinion. Show some love, like the video, hit the super thanks. Guys, Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka tomorrow. Stay tuned for my official prediction. But if you're watching the Devils here in Madrid, long hair, don't care. Leylah Fernandez and Taylor Townsend. They're taking on Victoria Azarenka and Beatrice Haddad. That's going to be great. Get your popcorn.